Doki Doki Switcheroo is a DDLC fan mod that's not affiliated with in any way with Salvato. It's designed to be played only after the official game has been completed. Yeah. Files, right. Uh-huh. Oh, it's sped up. Oh, damn! Yeah, baby! Hold up. Hello everyone, my name is Robin and welcome to Doki Doki Switcheroo. So, I actually have heard about this mod. I'm pretty sure it's also not very brand new. But the last time I saw this mod, I think it was still in demo. And I think the full release came out in 2021. And since I've never played it before, I thought why not play it now. Now, I don't know too much about this mod, if anything about it at all. So, but if I had to make a guess, I don't think that this mod is just the vanilla game of DDLC, but everyone's been gender bent. I think there might be some new, like some changes in the story to it. Only one way to find out. Anyways, let's hop in. Wait, I'm a girl. Well, I'm still Robin. Who cares? Actually, no. Hold on. Alright, so instead of naming myself Robin, I'm gonna name myself Raven. Wake up to the sound of rhythmic pounding on my bedroom door. Hey, Raven, wake up, dummy. We're gonna be late again. The voice belongs to Satori, my neighbor and best friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you do everything with and know everything about. Satori and I walk to school together every day. Well, some days we run to school. Starting around last year, Satori began oversleeping, and this habit has only increased in frequency over the months. On the other hand, I've always overslept, often to the point of missing school. So since Satori wakes up first, he makes sure to come and get me. Sure, we both end up being a little late, but at least we get there. Okay, so yeah, so I was kind of right about the some changes that were made. Where it says, yeah, because like even though it does say that Satori is oversleeping, so does our MC here, and Satori is the one that has to wake up our MC here, or FemC, I guess. Instead of, like, I guess normally it would be the other way around. I know we didn't wake up Siri in the vanilla game, or at least not in the first act, but you get the point. I go and bury my face in my pillow. Come on now, don't make me come in there and drag you out of bed. Fine, I'm up already. Wearily open my eyes and sit up. I notice the time on my clock. Damn, should have been out the door 10 minutes ago. I swiftly kick off my covers and tumble out of bed with a loud thud. Hurry to my feet and run to the bathroom. Within 5 minutes, I'm showered, have my teeth brushed, and my hair pulled haphazardly into a messy ponytail. I hear nothing on the other side of my door as I fumble into my school uniform. I assume Satori is already waiting outside. Finished pulling on my socks, slipping on my shoes, and grabbing my book bag before flying out the bedroom door. Oh my goodness, what the frick? Oh my god, she crashed, she fell down the stairs. Our book bag, still papers and books everywhere. I land on top of the toilets. We both remain still for a moment, absorbing the shock and pain of the fall. Yeah, ow. Thankfully, nothing's broken. I thought you were waiting for me outside. I was going to, I really was. Now I regret not doing it. We both whimper in pain as I push myself off Satori's back. After slowly helping each other, we start collecting our papers and books. Quickly placing them into our respective bags, we head out the door with less skip in our steps than usual. Yeah, baby! We walk across the street together and make our way to school. Look at our boy Satori here. Look over to Satori, who's cheerfully walking next to me. He's always had a jovial disposition. Sure, he has his occasional cranky moments. Who doesn't? But most of the time, he's as chipper as he can be. He seems to be in a good mood today. I playfully bump into him. Oversleeping again, lazy bones? I'm lazy? What about you? You were up all night playing video games again, weren't you? There's a little sass in his tone. I like it. Maybe. He growls and shoots me a glare. I smile to myself. He gets mad over the dumbest things. It's not funny. Those things will rot your mind. You should probably read more. And I mean actual books, not video game text. Read books. Is that a random manual argument for the day? Okay, whatever. So you're not mad at me because you have to wake me up in the morning? Oh wait, that's not how she said it. So you're not mad at me because you have to wake me up in the morning. You're mad because you want me to read more books? Huh? I'm not mad. I'm just looking out for you, that's all. So, what else is new? Sometimes I think he worries a little too much about me. I know, buddy. I know. I appreciate it. I can see his face and body relax with the last comment. We continue to make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Raven, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I'm not joining any clubs. Why would you think I'm looking at clubs when I didn't even join any last year? Ah? You told me a couple weeks ago that you're gonna look into joining a club. Don't you remember? I sigh. I vaguely remember discussing something about clubs with him. I agreed only to appease him, but I can't see myself joining any clubs. Not because there's anything wrong with being in a club, but because I tend to spend most of my after-school time in detention. I'm not a bad girl, I'm not, but I do get into trouble for various non-violent reasons like drawing on desks, getting caught sleeping in class, and occasionally vulgar language. Yeah, so these aren't just like carbon copies of the original cast, but just the genders are switched. There are like some slight differences, but still staying true to the original game, I guess. I get kicked out of a club faster than I could join it. Club meetings are always held after school, and you know my after school time is, more often than not, occupied. That's exactly what I mean. Joining a club would teach you responsibility. Your behavior might improve if you know you have to attend meetings so you don't get kicked out. Satori suddenly gets very serious. I just want you to have a lot of great options for the future. I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Yeah, but so like again, for similarities, again, like Satori still has like the Sayori's like caring and upbeat personality, and Femc is, I guess, sort of neat, if you will. Just like regular. Yeah, exactly. The thought of you becoming a neat in a few years worries me to death. So they still have those same attributes, but just like with a hint of their own flair, if that makes sense. You trust me, right? Please don't make me keep worrying about you. I smile slightly. It's rather endearing how concerned he is for me. He's right that I could use some socialization as well as some discipline. I don't know why Satori had started oversleeping when he did, but I've been oversleeping for years because I spend most of my nights obsessively playing video games. I actually can't remember if regular MC overslept in vanilla playthroughs. Actually, yeah, he did, because like there was a time where he did sleep in the club, but like I don't think it was like something. I don't know if it didn't happen like daily though, because it's always like MC that has to go get Sayori. I just have zero motivation to stop being so lazy. I sigh. Maybe it's time for me to stop looking for shortcuts and really take something seriously. You're right, Satori. I do need to socialize more and start being more responsible. Wait a second. I suddenly recall that Satori had recently become vice president of a club. If I joined this club, perhaps I could be afforded a few passes on days I might be late because I happened to get detention that day. This way, I'd be in a club, like Satori wants, without having to worry about being thrown out for even the smallest offense. And knowing myself as I do, breaking a rule or 6 is a guarantee. I smile broadly. Where do you hold your club meetings? My club? You want to join my club? Satori beams at me, gushing highly. Yeah, another difference, like, in the vanilla game, MC doesn't willingly join Sayori's club, because it's Sayori that like begs and pleads for him to come to the club, because like he's like, oh, but Minatsuki made cupcakes and like and all that junk, but like if MC actually has some sort of reason to join Satori's club, not because like Satori begs or whatever. It's because like she's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Well, it'd certainly be the first club I'd like to check out. You don't mind, do you? No, not at all. In fact, I'm so happy you want to check out my club first. I think you'll really like all my friends, and they'll really like you too. It's settled then. I'll meet you in your club room after school. This is gonna be awesome. Better not get detention today, or I'll be super disappointed. Don't worry, I'll be a good girl. He tells me where to find the club room, and we head inside, miraculously making it to class just before the bell. The school day is as boring as ever. After what feels like an eternity, it's finally over. Got yelled at a few times, but managed to avoid getting detention. If this was any other day that we're not joining Satori's club, you probably would have actually gotten detention. It's time to check out Satori's club. As I slowly pack up my things, a thought occurs to me. Never even bothered to ask what Satori's club was all about. Ow. I lower my brows as I get up from my seat. Wow, that was incredibly dumb of me. You betcha. Leave the classroom and make my way across the school. Head upstairs to a section of the school I barely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. I find the correct room number and swing open the classroom door. Yo! This epic rockin' music again. This is probably only here because, you know, dudes and all that great stuff. Raven! Hey guys, a new member is here. I give Satori a light smack on his arm. Don't call me a new member yet. Glance around the room. Welcome to the club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Satori always says such wonderful things about you. Seriously, you brought a girl? Finally, it's been a total sock. And yeah, another difference. Natsuki's that's like beyond devastated or even atrocious that Sayori brings a dude. But Natsuki here, or whatever name he goes by, he's just like, hell yeah, dude. Oh, we're escaping the situation. This club. Okay. I feel warmth rush into my cheeks. Natsuko, don't be rude. Oh. So I was right. His name is Natsuko. You're embarrassing her. She's a lady after all. Lighten up, will ya? She looks like she can take a joke. And how many times do I have to tell you? It's Natsu, the feisty little dude whose name apparently is Natsuko. Isn't that a girl's name? No wonder he doesn't like to go by it. It's one I don't recognize. A small stature makes me think he must be a first year. He must have caught me looking at him. Yep, he's just like he's trying to like make a move or something. Like what you see, huh? Feel free to sample the merchandise. I give an awkward smile. He's cute but a bit obnoxious. Yeah, so this isn't just a vanilla copy like I've stated like 1,000 times already. But I like that. I like that there's like their own twist to it, their own little flares. Like they still have like the same traits, but some spice, some kick into it. It must be due to his age. Don't mind that. You can just ignore him if he gets too annoying. Satori says that quietly into my ear, then turns towards the other guys. This is Natsuko, always full of energy, and this is Yuri. He's the smartest one in the club. That's a kind thing to say, Satori, but a little embarrassing. There's two U's, so I don't know. I think I have to. I don't because like. I don't know if the second U actually changes the pronunciation. I would assume it does, because I just kind of said Yuri for a joke. I don't know how I should pronounce it. Yuri? Yuri. We'll go with Yuri. Yuri also appears comparatively more mature and timid than Natsuko, and Satori seems to have a hard time looking directly at me. Must be a shy guy. Well, it's nice to meet the both of you. Mateo. Hey, man. Well, now, what have we got here? Hello, Raven. Long time no see. Ah, crap. Oh, sounds like you already know Mateo. Yeah, we've spoken a time or two. Isn't that right, Raven? Mateo smiles arrogantly. I do know him. Well, we're not friends, but we're in the same class last year. He was always unbelievably arrogant. I wonder if his attitude has changed at all. Hey, Mateo. Yeah, that's not, Monica isn't the one to be arrogant, so this will be interesting. I'm actually surprised to see you here. Just a quick visit, yes? Surely you have somewhere else to be right now. Yep, still as douchey as ever. He's always looked down on me like I'm some kind of idiot. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, this will be really interesting if Mateo's gonna be this kind of person as opposed to Monica. I wonder, how did this guy become club president? Okay, fine, he's really smart. No need to be a jerk about it. Oh, so, yeah, he's got Monica's smarts, but Monica's not the type of person to be like a sore winner, I guess. I'm sure his behavior is the direct result of how he's treated. Everyone acts like he's a prince who can do no wrong. It's just likely due to his looks. He may be a colossal ass, but I'd be lying if he said he wasn't a stunning specimen. Alright. Being so smart, handsome, and athletic, it's easy to see why he thinks he's out of everyone's league. Oops, I invited her, Mateo. She's looking into possibly joining us. Joining us? How curious. What made you consider our club, Raven? I hesitate. I can't very well be honest about my original motive, which was to essentially shut Satori up. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Satori seems to really like this one, so... I mean, of course he'd like it. This is his own club. How amusing. But I must warn you, this club isn't for the faint of heart. At least, not as long as I'm in charge. Oh goody, he's the club president. Just my luck. So, you started this club? Indeed. Let me guess, he was an ex-member of a debate club? Or is he gonna, like, spice it? Is the I think, wait, I think the guy's name who made the mod, was it like Roach? I think something like that. Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, MW Roach. So I wonder if he's gonna say he was in another club, or he's just gonna say, oh, I used to be the debate club, but he didn't really like all the banter. Kind of a unique use of your time, isn't it? I mean, you're a popular guy. You could probably be one of on the board of any of the major clubs. It's true, but to be perfectly honest, I can't stand the politics around the major clubs. That's, I guess, not too far off the money. It feels like nothing about arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I am personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Starting a new club sounds like a lot of hard work, though. Which, okay, yeah, now that I'm realizing it, is this actually going to be a literature club, or is it going to be something else? You could, I didn't read that. Starting a new club sounds like a lot of hard work, though. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out the effort to start something new, especially when it's about something that doesn't grab your attention. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival far more important. So you guys are the only members so far? Isn't it? It's a shame, isn't it? It turns out it's much harder to convince people that, yeah, okay, it's a literature club. It's fun and worthwhile than I thought it'd be, even if I'm the one promoting it. Dread washes over me. This is a literature club? Yes. I hide the horror from my face. Literature? Could there possibly be a duller focus for a club? Mateo stares suspiciously at me. A smile slowly grows across his face. You had no idea, did you? Typical. He then looks quizzically at Satori. Did it cross your mind to tell her what our club was about? Satori merely smiles in my direction. Truthfully, I was just happy she wanted to come by. I see. Well, it was a delight to have you visit, Raven. We'd like to commence our meeting, so if you don't mind. I snap back to reality. Whoa, wait. I'm not done in here yet. I'm still curious. Literature is cool, I guess. I mean... Mateo's like, my bullshit alarm's going off. Look, I understand how literature can be dull for someone like you. It's about self-expression. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, guys. This, like, metal rock music, it's kind of, like... kind of distracting me. Especially like with how the tone of how the tone is right now. It's not really any much different from the vanilla game, so I don't really see the need for this rock music outside of the fact that they're all guys. So I guess that equals rock or whatever, or something more manly. I don't know. It's about self-expression, the ability to create a beautiful and unique work of art using only words that express feeling and meaning. Essentially, it's for people who can understand and appreciate writing. I'm moments away from losing my temper with Mateo. I can't stand being talked down to. But at the same time, I don't want to get Satori in trouble for inviting me here in the first place. I decided to instead play it cool. Mateo may be a jerk, but he seems pretty passionate about his literature crap. I respect that. Never thought about it, but hearing you explain it like that makes it sound like something anyone could get into. Give me a chance to learn more, please. Very well. We're about to start our meeting. I suppose you can stay and observe. Who knows, maybe you'll find our calling as a writer. I offer him a smile of gratitude despite my overwhelming desire to punch him in the throat. Thanks, Mateo. I'll pay attention and take this meeting seriously. And while we're at it, I'll make some tea. Yuri goes into the closet to fetch a tea set. I join the others. I wish we could honestly, guys, again, I wish we could have some more calmer music, because this is really kind of throwing me off. They form a table by pushing a bunch of desks together. There's an open seat next to Mateo and one next to Satori. Of course, I take a seat next to Satori. Yuri returns with the tea set and places a cup in front of each of us. We keep a whole tea set in the classroom? The teacher gave us permission. Besides, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Yuri smiles sadly. Not much of a reader, I suppose. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Considering I haven't read anything of substance in months, I tried hard to grasp at anything that we can relate to in an intellectual level. At this point, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Suggesting her reading level has hit rock bottom, Yuri? I attempted to agree with you. That's not... Mateo thinks I have enjoyed the unintentional implication of my illiteracy. I'm sorry if I insulted you. You're fine. I really should have read more anyway. And hey, a nice cup of tea might help to make it more enjoyable. I'm glad. Yuri finally smiles to himself in relief. What kind of books are you into, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of his teacup with the tip of his index finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about his reading. He seemed very reserved and timid since I got here, but it's obvious by the way his eyes light up that he finds his comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I do like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? And I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I play a lot of horror games. Yes, video games and reading are very similar, aren't they? Hey, some video games require a lot of reading. In some cases, it consists more of reading than actual gameplay. Yeah, that's how it should have been read. And let me tell you, some games can tell one hell of a story. Well, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down, regardless of the genre. What about you, Raven? What do you like to read? Is she gonna say the same manga? I was afraid of this question. I frantically searched for an answer that's not gonna make me look like a complete idiot. Oh wait, no wait, yeah, that makes more sense because it's Natsuko. Yeah, I stammer it out before I have the chance to realize what I'm saying. Why did I say that? It's been a few reasons since I sat down and read any of my old comics. Natsuko suddenly lifts his head like he wants to interject, but then he appears to change his mind and remains quiet. Yuri meanwhile just chuckles softly. Well, I'm sure if you stick around, you may wish to expand your horizons. I'd love to suggest some of my favorite surreal horror titles if you'd be interested. Yuri sips in his tea in a sophisticated manner. I, meanwhile, slurp mine down like a Soup's... What? Soup's interested, dude. I beg your pardon? Oh, yeah, like super interested. Well, it's a profoundly lazy and uneducated way to say that I'm super interested. Good. I'm happy to hear that. Yuri smirks and snickers quietly to think to himself, obviously amused by my ignorant reply. Why am I like this? Something about Femc sounds more ignorant than a regular MC. He takes another gentle sip of tea. Yuri probably thinks I'm an unclassy clod, and he's not wrong. I catch a muffled laugh coming from Satori, who smirks at me from beneath his hand that's covering the lower half of his face. At least someone's being amused by my awkward attempts at trying to socialize with an intellectual. I give Satori a sharp kick under the table in an attempt to silence him. Oh shit! What the? Who just kicked me? Satori sits next to me, snorting and wheezing, trying to hold in his laughter. I glare at him momentarily before looking apologetically at Natsuko. I'm so sorry, Natsu. I was aiming for this cackling hyena. I successfully land a second kick. Natsuko's expression changes from confrontational to forgiving. No worries, babe. You can. Oh my god. I love, but also, I love, but also kind of don't like what the changes here. But mostly love. His arrogance is sort of annoying, but at the same time, it surprisingly doesn't distract too much from his cuteness. Do you like horror books too, Natsu? Me? No way. I hate horror. Really? Why is that? I just... Natsuko looks at me like he wants to say something. Who cares? I don't like scary stuff, alright? Jeez, I don't even like being in the same room as your... Oh my god. Natsuko, you have a pretty big mouth for someone who keeps his comic book collection in the club room. Natsuko shuts a glare at Mateo. Hey, my comic books aren't going to be haunting anyone's dreams anytime soon. Besides, comics are literature too, you know. Swiftly defeated, Natsuko plops back to his seat, crossing his arms stubbornly and looking away. That's right. Childish things are more your style, aren't they, Natsuko? Natsuko instantly snaps his head back to Mateo. What? Where'd you get that idea? Well, aside from your little comic book and okay, so there is manga somewhere. You wrote something on a paper and left it there during the last club meeting. I believe it was a poem called don't say that loud! And don't read things that don't belong to you! Satori slides up to Natsuko's desk and drapes his arm over his shoulder. Don't get upset, Nat. Nothing's wrong with liking kid stuff. I don't like kid stuff! I wonder if that peaked in the recording. Natsu, you write poems? Well, yeah, sometimes. Why? I think it's super impressive. I'd love to read your poetry sometime. Natsuko blushes and averts his eyes. I don't know. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand Netsu's reluctance. Sharing one's writing takes more than just confidence. It's a very intimate exchange. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Well, Yuri, sounds like maybe you should set an example for Netsuko and share your own poetry. Jeez, what's up his ass? Why is he so... oops. Why is he so, like, angered? That way, he'll be comfortable enough to share his. Yuri also blushes and turns away. It looks like Yuri feels the same way about sharing poems as Nat. Man. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Mateo's eyes suddenly light up. Is he gonna do an okay, everyone? Alright, well, if that's the case, then I have an idea for an assignment. Well, I guess it's its own version. Tonight, we will go home and write a poem of our very own. Then share them with each other at tomorrow's meeting. That way, everyone is even. Yuri and Netsuko fidget nervously. Satori suddenly stands up. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, guys. Think of how much we can learn from each other by our different styles. It'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. It's a great way to show our appreciation for literature, too. I'm taken aback by Satori's words. Since when is he into poetry? I guess if he likes it, maybe there's more to it than I'm allowing myself to see. Yuri suddenly lifts his head. Satori's right. We could learn a lot about each other by sharing our poetry. After all, the truest form of writing is writing to oneself. I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it too. But only because I want you all to see how a pro writes. And it's settled. I look forward to seeing how creative you all can be. Mateo focuses on me. So Raven, think you're up for writing a poem to share with everyone? Or is the club simply too boring for you? I lift a curious brow. Is that a challenge? Are you challenging me? Part of me wants nothing to do with Mateo or this boring club. I'm not really sure. Mateo smirks to himself, but the other three look a bit downcast. Not surprised. I'm sorry, I thought... Oh man. Raven. Three of the guys stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm powerless against their bereaved stares. They really want me in their club, don't they? I'm not sure if I can help, but I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. But damn, why do they have to be so cute? Well, if writing poetry is the price I have to pay in order to spend every day with these cute guys... Jesus. I give a heavy sigh and look back at them with a defeated smirk. Well, I've decided. I'm gonna join the literature club. Yeah, baby! Mateo's so like, god damn it. Really? No fooling? You're the best, Raven. Satori pushes me and wraps his arms around me tightly, lifting me up and spinning me around for a moment. You spin me right round, like a record. The gust causes my skirt. Oh, jeez. No doubt giving my new friends a friend. Hey! And Natsu was like, damn! She's a wreck in that cake. Hey! You scared me for a second. If you just showed up to tease with your presence, I'd be super pissed. He says with a smile. Well, if that's what you choose, it is. Very well. I suppose we can end this meeting on a good note. I want to make a bold prediction, assuming I can remember it in future episodes. Mateo isn't like some fourth wall breaking mastermind. He just wants Raven to get out of here. Actually, I don't think so. It's more like a love-hate relationship. If that's the right thing. He could be a mastermind, but it'd be kind of cool to see what other twist they will have. So I suppose we can end this meeting on a good note. Remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Mateo looks over at me once more. This club isn't an outlet to screw around after school. We take literature very seriously. I suggest you do the same. I won't tolerate any slacking off. Understand? Mateo's expression and tone are serious. Okay, but that part I can understand. I nod. Don't worry. I won't let anyone in this club down. I sincerely hope not. Look away nervously. There's no way I can impress Mateo with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. All I can do is try my best, I suppose. The guys get to work moving the desk back to the place while Yuri gathers up the tea set. Hey Raven, wanna walk home together? It's been a while since Satori and I have walked home together since I'm either in detention or he's participating in clubs. Of course, let's go. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. So, what'd you think of the club? Well, what's with that smirk? What the frick? I look suspiciously at Satori, instantly picking up on his sneaky tone. Now that we're far from school, I speak my mind. Why didn't you tell me your club is full of hot guys? Well, in my defense, they're not hot to me. Fair point. You know what I mean. Satori gives me a knowing grin. You like what you see, you like what you see in there? Well, Mateo's a jerk. But everyone else is cool. Did you enjoy watching me embarrass myself with Yuri? Hahaha. Now you see why I told you that you need to work on your social skills? That could have gotten better than it did. I frown. He's definitely right. Could have gone way better if I wasn't so socially awkward. Yuri probably thinks I'm a total airhead. My feet come to a halt. I look at the ground sadly. Do you think any of them liked me? Satori stops and looks at me. He smiles warmly. Of course they did. Believe it or not, Mateo does too. I know it's hard to tell because he can be really snobby, especially when it comes to things he's passionate about, like literature. But trust me when I say he's way nicer to you than he usually is with everyone else. I smile to myself a bit. And once they get to know you and you spend time with everyone, they'll see how wonderful you are. And they'll like you even more. I hope you're right. Trust me, these guys are my friends, and I know them and I know what they like. In fact, how about you let me help you? Help me? How so? I'll help you appeal to whichever one you prefer. What do you say? You want to be my wingman? Of course. That's what best friends are for, aren't they? And as my best friend, I just want to see you happy. All I'm going to do is give you helpful tips. For example, Yuri likes big words and anything to do with horror. Oh, I actually kind of like where this is going. Like instead of just mindlessly clicking words to see which one affects who, Satori's just gonna outright tell you. Not like simple writing using words that are, how should I put this, cute. And you can take it from here. You don't need my help that much anyway. Oh, you're already beautiful and funny. Just tell me who you like and I'll help you get him. I mean, not that I'm interested in him, but what will impress Mateo? Satori thinks to himself for a moment. He'll be impressed by seeing you put effort into this, and so will I. Thanks, Sat. You're the best. My pleasure. Oh hey, I'm gonna go change out my uniform, grab something to eat, and I'll be over in an hour. That'll be fun. Fun nothing. Someone has to make sure you do your homework. Ugh, fine, you space cadet. I'll do my stupid homework. You better. I'll see you in an hour. I love you, buddy. Love you too. We head out to our respective houses. I'd be lying if I said I won't consider Satori in the lineup. I soon find my thoughts shifting between the four guys. Satori, Natsuko, Yuri, and even Mateo. Four very different guys, all interested in the same goal. If I can remain motivated, I wonder if I'll be able to spend more time with one of these handsome fellows. Just to stay positive and good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Woo, baby! This is what we've been waiting for! Woohoo! Who should we impress? It doesn't matter. At least to me. Also, a kind of weird thing. I feel like it's kind of weird how Yuri's chibi is kind of low quality, but Netsuko's kind of high quality. And I'd argue that Satori's kind of in the middle. Is Sunny can either affect... I think Sunny's gonna affect Satori, right? Yep. Lollipop, will that affect Netsuko? Yeah. Agonizing should affect Yuri. Excitement. Fickle. Wait, that affects Yuri? Okay. Fun for... Okay, I kind of want to do a Natsuko one. Skateboard? Moon... What does it affect Yuri? Yeah. Dazzle, that could... I don't know. I think it might affect one of these two. Let's see. Yeah, affects Satori. That makes sense. Well, Boop... This Boop can either affect Satori or Nat. It affects the Nat. Go do Vivid. Lipstick. Maybe not in this... Meager. Race car, will that affect... Yeah. I wonder who hair will affect. Natsuko. Extraordinary, will this be Satori or Yuri? Because it's a pretty big word. Satori. Determination. Adventure. A marshmallow. Hopeless. Oh, we gotta do Mama. Doki Doki, how can we not? Enrage. Oh, Satori. It is. You alright there, buddy? Okay, honestly, I actually think I'm gonna end it off here. So, I kind of want to... So, my thoughts on this mod, I actually kind of like it. I like that it's not just a vanilla copy of the original game, but with the gender bends. There are like some new stuff, like the character traits. Like, Natsuko's actually interested, and Mateo is actually somewhat of a jerk. So, I kind of like to see how that play out. So anyways, that has been Doki Doki Switcheroo for now. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next episode.